But what is so magnificent about today is that I'm going to draw 2 further purple lines. So let's get on with it. There we go. So you can see I drew one here at around 20,000. And if we're gonna see a real global meltdown, financial depression, as I actually think we are gonna, well, then the 4th purple line is gonna be hit as well. This is general directions. Remember, I never try to sell at the top or buy at the bottom. And today, on the 9th of May, I'm pretty convinced that we are going to see not only the 20,000, I think we're gonna go below 20, somewhere between 12 to 20,000. And why am I convinced about that? Well, everyone and their grandmother and Sister Shelly and Brother Jamal, they're going to be calling for BTC 20,000. It's going to be a conviction to get it down to 20,000. There will be blood on the street once we go below 20. And then we need to see the market capitulate. That's when we enter with all the coins we got in the right pocket, in the left pocket, and in the back pocket. And also come and join our live streams. Sometimes they're fun, sometimes they're not. But one thing I can guarantee you, there is no one better than I am. My name is Nico Arachi, and I am number 1. And we're live. Oh, guys, let me know if you can hear me, because then we got 50% of this little show going. And I want to tell you, sexy looking people, thank God it's Saturday. And I'm sorry about yesterday, but I was so tired in the end that, I couldn't even put one and one together. So it was good that we did it short yesterday. And today's Saturday Night Live, cryptocurrency portfolio. We have lots of coins that we need to talk about. But as I always like to say, not always, we should really be proud of each other. Because it seems like we have done the one thing that is almost virtually impossible, that is to time the market. Timing the market is the one thing that is the most difficult. But in the past 2 years, we've been doing it, right? Been buying at the low, selling at the high, keeping coins in the right pocket, in the left pocket, and a few in the back pocket, entering in to top quality coins below 50 to 90%. You see, we set out a plan and we're executing. And it is my mission to take you through to the end of the third cycle. Once we've done that, then my YouTube career is over. So anyway, I'm happy you are here. And thank you, Sandra. So much love to you, Sandra. So much love. When you write those little comments, they really make me happy. Oh, we got my neighbor, Chom is here. And of course, my dear friend, Vex. And where is Shahid? If Shahid is not here, then there won't be any streams. That's for sure. Oh, Michael is here. We got Jose Marcus is here too. And we got David Lupin. Good to see all of you. And yeah, I think we need to start. And as always, it goes a little something like this. I want to welcome you to Crypto Never Sleeps Cryptocurrency Portfolio Update. In case you're new to this channel, you want to stay on top of the crypto world, then do me a favor, hit like, smash, subscribe, and all them goodies so that you can be notified every time we upload new videos, so that you can, and this is important to me, protect your wealth, preserve your wealth, and ultimately increase your wealth. My name is Nico Arachi, and I am number one.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's young, he's handsome, he's a prophet, he's a poet. They know it. I must be the greatest. I told the world.
Love that song, love that song. I am here, right? But I always feel that I'm in the way. So I'm going to make myself a little bit smaller while we go through our technical analysis here. Anyway, we're looking at the big four. Bitcoin is up 1.8% at 27,342. I mean, it's lovely how Bitcoin has been taking off. I mean, then it makes fun again to be a crypto YouTuber, even if it's the smallest channel, right? It makes fun. Ethereum up 2.4%, and then we got DOT up 0.3%, and Cardano. I mean, really, if there's something is going to happen with Cardano, then we're going to take it away. And then we're only going to have 3 charts, right? I mean, come on, Charles. We need to get some news. Anyway, as always, we see these charts. It's these charts. They're the 15-minute, and they're moving like Soul Brothers. If, however, there's one thing I like to look at, it's the weekly with the 7-day moving average. And just look at it. Look at it. Look at the volume down here. Look at the massive, massive increase in volume. Could just see with this t-shirt I look a little fat. No. And that is really what we want to see. You know, even if we go back, go back to 2000. This is it. Here you won't be able to see it as much, but also as we had the low, and we had the high in 2018, right? And when we hit almost 20,000. And then we went down to 3,000 in Bitcoin. And then you can see slowly, again, the volume is increasing. And here we can really, I mean, the volume here, it's unreal almost. Unreal. So I'm optimistic. I think we got the point there at around 15,000. You see the purple line down here is the 12,000, right? Now remember, it was all the way back in January 2022 that I predicted 12,000. But at the time, actually, that's why I played you the clip, because I said somewhere between, I don't know what I said, 15 to 12. Anyway, we didn't hit the 12. You could say number one was wrong, but it was still a difficult prediction. And if you remember, I always try to solidify not only with a price, but also with these numbers here, right? About the historical corrections. So that was why when we then hit the 15,000, it kind of like felt that I don't think we're going to push down to the 12. And I still think this was a good call. Let me know what you think. I would have liked to be 100% right. But as we know, This is virtually impossible. Timing the market completely is a thing that virtually nobody can achieve. So I am, of course, there are still some events that could harm the overall market. The black swan events, you never know where they are, when they're gonna come. But remember, with a market cap of 1 trillion, slightly above, where are we now? 1.1 trillion, compared to the massive traditional markets, I really can't see this going down to the 15 or the 12. So if you've been following this channel, at least since we hit the 15, you should be just as happy as Betty. Anyway, let's go and say hello to the chat, and then we need to move on because we got many coins that we have to go through. Who is here to have a chit chat? Now my soul brother is here. Shahid Amit, he was here since day one. Blockchain Bully, he also seemed to be here since day one. Let me see how many people are watching. Oh, wonderful. 20 lucky lions, right? 20 lucky lions. Yeah, cheers. I was actually thinking that it's amazing. Sometimes I would have wished that this channel would have grown a little bit more, because I'm only going to do this YouTube channel until the third cycle. Perhaps at that time we will have a significant size, but then it's not going to be the same. It's about entering the market now, because we're not going to be able to make those 1,000%, right? Anyway, so we are 20 good lions, sexy looking lions. So let's move on to what we need to talk about today. Many slides. I'll try to make it quick. Many coins, many good coins. So my cryptocurrency portfolio update. There are things I have understood that I speak way too little about Ethereum. But don't underestimate the power of Ethereum. You see, Ethereum was the first coin I ever bought. I believe that the future of finance is being built right in front of our eyes and is being built on Ethereum. The reason why I like to use this channel for sharing new opportunities, even though, as you know, it's not financial advice. Anything I say and do is not financial advice. The reason why I'm not announcing that I'm averaging into Ethereum is because Betty's main core holding is Ethereum. And I actually bought for Betty on the 9th of September in 2016, right? That was way before I knew I was going to be such a successful YouTuber. And I've always said, if any of you doubt what I say, then you can always challenge me. But it will be a bet that will be minimum $100,000, because I never lie. So if you really want to look into my books, and I made a screenshot here. When I started buying them in 2016, I bought Ethereum on Kraken. And I actually started on the 9th of September 2016, and you can see altogether there was like 740 transactions. So I kept buying until I think 2018. And my Ethereum, or Betty's Ethereum position, remember, I own nothing and I'm pretty happy. We never really, we're just hiding them, right? We don't do anything with them. That's like the real pension. So I wanted to point that out because I'm aware that perhaps I've been speaking too little about Ethereum, but Ethereum is the heart and soul. And actually this channel should have been named Ethereum Never Sleeps. Anyway, so now I want to move on to the second cycle. See, I think we are in front of the third cycle. So when we started this, these slides that I go through now is what the old lions could have participated in, did participate in. I know Shahid did participate in some of these. I know Frank Vex did it too. Anyway, we announced when we bought Polkadot at $2.49 and we sold them at $37. We announced when we bought Uniswap at $3.90 and we sold it $40. We announced when we bought LivePay at $6.40 and sold it at $76. We also announced when we bought VeChain at 15 minicent and sold them at $22, netting Betty 1,366%. We announced when we bought Kusama, I always say a little bit too late, at $35 and sold it at $530, netting 1,414%. I also made a nice video about Mantra DAO. And let me tell you something about Mantra DAO. I actually think they have potential. Betty's holding 1.6 million of those tokens. Chainlink, we bought it at $10, we sold it at $47. Would have gotten in earlier. Chromia at 48 millicent, sold at 77, almost 1,500. And of course, the ultimate winner of the second cycle for us was Metis DAO. You see, that's all the past, right? So if you were not there, you're going to say, what can I use that for? Exactly nothing. That's why the third cycle, and that's why you're here for Cryptocurrency Portfolio Update. So these are the coins that we have been announcing, that we are adding in, increasing, or buying new. I'll try to go over them quickly, but this is actually the valuable information for you. Just remember, I don't sell anything. I don't promote anything. I only do this out of sharing is caring. But it is not financial advice. So, CELO, we bought it 61 cents. I'm not going to go through the price, just mention the coins, right? Because you can then do your own research. CELO, Chromia, Algorand, Synthetics, Curve, the Graph, IOTA Miota, Gala, 1inch Network, Filecoin, Stella, Chili's. There's no train like the retrain. Uniswap, of course. Insurace. Traditional business and a traditional industry, a new company that I believe is going to thrive on the blockchain. Akala. A little bit of problems with them at the moment, but you know, you never know. Karura. Altair. Centrifuge. Parallel Finance, smaller holding though. And then we got a big portion of Crossed Shadow and an even bigger portion Crossed Network. And now, of course, lots of love to Origin Trail, right? So spoke about that yesterday. Kilt. I think Kilt, we have spoken way too little. It's boring to talk about a decentralized identity on the blockchain. Boring. A lot of potential though. As we spoke about yesterday, already working with the German government. Entered again into live peer. $8.64. When it was down 91% from its all-time high. And it's cheaper now, actually. Live peer is cheaper now. So you can see this is a price where we got in, you know, I think it's around $6 now. Queen's favorite, reserve rights. The Verge. So if you only came here to know about the portfolio, I mean, we got many more positions, right? But these are the main ones, and these are the ones that we have announced here. So if that's all you came for, then you can, you know, you did your work, and then you can go out, disco dance. It is Saturday night. I know Cherry, she is, you know, down at Kakadu, the club around the corner from Black Mamba. Anyway, I think it's time for a Bahama Mama moment, and then we will go on to talking about how you should invest, what it takes to become a professional investor, and why I think that you're doing yourself a favor by following this channel. You don't really do me a favor, but yourself. You see, this is what I'm striving to get at, to make you rich. Bahama Mama. So, oh, it's always good Saturday night in Bahama Mamas, right? The goal is to identify quality over quantity on the valued coins. Market leaders identify new trends, average in and average out. You see, for those of you again who has been, you know, with me since the beginning, I mean, we have been buying undervalued coins for more than a year now, right? I mean, it's almost boring. But I promise, I guarantee you, once we're going to break through the previous all-time highs, you would have wished that you would have bought more at these low prices. It is a unique opportunity that we are being presented with. I mean, I am a firm believer that the future of finance of everything is going to be on the blockchain. And getting chances to enter a market that is so immature and so young, you won't get that a second time. That's for sure. I also like to point out, right, the stock market, the US stock market, 40 trillion, the US bond market, 46 trillion, and the crypto market is still so little. And that is why I keep pointing out that I don't see this correlation with the traditional markets. I think we're going to uncorrelate. Remember, timing the market is the most difficult, even though we've been able to time it pretty fucking good, right? What does it take to be an accomplished investor? It takes discipline, right? Don't drink and drive, right? Now, it takes discipline that you stick and believe in your own philosophy. And if you see, of course, I mean, if you believe that Ethereum is the right coin and everything is good, of course, if there's going to come some fundamental changes, well, then we have to be adaptive. But stick to your, do your research, make a plan, and have the discipline to stick to it. Knowledge and wisdom. You need to educate yourself about everything that has to do with investing. You see, cryptocurrencies, it's new, but of course it's finance. It's like investing into the stock market, even though the cryptocurrency market is very immature and inefficient. But we are getting there. We will, in 2 to 3, 4 years, going to see a very efficient and mature cryptocurrency market. And I believe, from the bottom of my heart, that the traditional banking and the traditional stock markets, equity markets, bond markets, they will not exist. It will all be done on the blockchain. So you need the knowledge and the wisdom from the past and what's going on now. Then experience and time. What does that bring you? Well, I can tell you what the time and the experience I have gained is, I learned that everybody lies. You can't believe the media. You can't believe the bankers. You can't believe anybody. So experience has taught me to do the exact opposite of what the fraudulent media and bankers, what they tell us to do. And that is actually, there's this old saying, you should sell when the milkman and the milkman and the home woman, your wife, when they start talking about stocks. And there's a lot of truth to that. You see, as I've tried to share with you, is that why did we exit the market when Bitcoin was around 60,000? Well, it was because everyone, Sister Shirley, Brother Jamal, the milkman, everyone wanted to get into the market. That's when you exit. And why did we know that we should enter when Bitcoin was around 15,000? Well, it was because there could not be any more bad news. And because the media and Sister Shirley and Brother Jamal, they were all saying, you gotta sell, you gotta sell, you gotta sell. So the experience will teach you to do the opposite. Now, in order to go against your own emotions, or, of course, when a stock falls and falls and falls, it feels wrong to pick it up, right? You want to buy it when it's already gone up a few %1,000%. That's why you need to be unemotional. As you know, we invest in cryptocurrencies, we stake, we farm, we also hold some stable coins. And do yourself a favor, always hold either real estate or some precious metals at home in the real estate that you own. That would be, from my point of view, the best scenario. The ecosystems that we focus on mainly is of course Ethereum, right? And it is Polkadot. Beautiful dots. Cardano, I don't know. Cardano, it looks. Let's hope that Charles he will move on. Solana, no. We were never really very focused on it. We do hold some Radium, but I don't know. I don't see. I'm not saying it's bad. But I'm just pointing out, I'm a core believer that Ethereum will be the settlement layer of the future of finance. And I think Polkadot will be the everything that is built above the settlement layer. And that's basically the Web 3.0. That's everything. So I really believe Polkadot and Ethereum, and of course Kusama. So let's see what Cardano's gonna add, and Solana. They might be good, but remember, I just don't have the time also to follow it. These are the exchanges that that I used to buy for Betty, and I use Kraken. Still, from my point of view, Kraken is just, you know, the top of the shit, and that's also where I started. Binance, KuCoin, Gate.io, and Huobi. Just remember, centralized exchanges, of course, should something happen, like we've seen with FTX, that means that you would lose your coins. But you still need a place to trade, right? So it's important that you use these centralized exchanges in order to buy or sell. And then once you've done that, you withdraw your coins to your hardware wallet. Decentralized exchanges, of course, we also use Uniswap is the main. That's also why I think Uniswap is going, it is already, it's the future. It's the biggest automated market maker the world has ever seen. And I think it's going to continue to be. I think it's the dominant market leader when it comes to exchanges. It's going to be a bigger exchange than anything we could have ever imagined. PancakeSwap, that's a funny swap, right? But it also depends on, you see, decentralized exchanges are important, especially not right now. If you're a new investor, maybe not so much. Decentralized exchanges usually do not have the same listing requirements as the centralized exchange. So that means that when a new coin comes out, usually they start on decentralized exchanges. So you want to go and get them there, because as these protocols, these good coins, as they evolve, they will ultimately then be listed on the centralized exchanges. And every time it's being announced that a coin is going to be listed on a big exchange, the price will increase and it will jump. Now, I just want to make a small example, right? Because yesterday we announced that we are adding Kilt. It's a beautiful dot. So, for example, see if we can. I know you all know that you have to bear with me and that I'm not so quick always. It's just a part of live streaming. So, for example, Kilt, which is, I really think digital identity on the blockchain is going to be a big thing, and I think this is going to be the market leader when it comes to the Polkadot ecosystem. Market cap of 20 million. Actually, I wanted to show the markets because here you can see where you can buy the Kilt token. It's not available very many places, right? You can see you can get it on Kraken, on Gate.io, on MEX, and Ubi. So just you see here there's a little bit of a contradiction. Kraken is perhaps the most conservative, secure exchange in the world. In order to be listed on Kraken, you need to be a solid protocol, a solid company, a solid coin. But Kraken, they just pick up the right dots and offer a platform. So we would all assume that it's only a matter of time, for example, until Kilt is going to be listed on many more exchanges, right? So for example, let's make a comparison with, Curve, no, Synthetics. Synthetics has been around for a long time, right? Go in and look at the markets where Synthetics is listed. Everywhere, right? Scroll. And there are even more. On ApeSwap, on SepPay, everywhere. And every little exchange brings a little more volume and a few more investors. I really think so. Yeah, it's just to give you an insight of these especially those beautiful dots. They're listed on Kraken, but not on many other exchanges. I mean, we are early birds who catches the worm. So yeah, as I wanted to say, so decentralized exchanges, if you're not there yet, you really need to understand how to get there. Yeah, I don't want to talk. I mean, the base layers, we talked about that. So I don't want to waste your time too much. And yeah, hallelujah, we went through it quick. So let's go. I made this on CoinMarketCap here. I made a portfolio so that we can track it together. And here it is. So I like to call it as the third cycle. And I don't think, I have to see if I can share it with you. I think maybe there's a possibility. I don't know if it's the watch list or the portfolio. But here you can basically, I will keep updating it. And this is when we launched the video and we said we're going to enter. So not all our positions are in plus, right? So for example, Illuvium, since we entered, is down 10%. Kusama is up 3%. Uniswap down 4%. Polkadot up 1%, right? So that's, you know. And Live Peer. I have to say we averaged in there with Live Peer. So, but still down. Then also Gamify. I know some of you also like to talk about those gaming launch pads. And you can see that we announced that we re-entered into Gamify and Poker Foundry, and we did that last year in September. And you can see that since then, Gamify is down 31%. Let me just, I got some slides where I want to show you that. So, but that's risky business. Remember, this is not like top quality over quantity and so on. This is risky business. But however, if you believe that the IGOs, initial gaming offerings or initial coin offerings, are going to reappear, well, then it is dirt cheap to enter into Poker Foundry and Gamify. I just want to show you here. Let me just, you see, we got 170 slides in this presentation. Sometimes it's a little difficult to keep up with. We put them, here we go. So you can see Red Kite, they now call themselves Firebird, right? So even though we got in at 11 cents on the dollar, it was only an investment of $10,000. Why did I invest $10,000? Well, that was so that we would hold enough coins in order to be in the highest category, that once we're going to see, you know, initial coin offerings or gaming offerings being, you know, the flavor of the month, we are in the highest category. So right now, Red Kite is trading, well, that's at the same price. So that would mean if you wanted to be in the, the Phoenix, that would cost you around $10,000. With Gamify, however, we got in at $9 here 3 months ago, and currently Gamify is at $6. Right, so, and I mean, we only invested there $5,000, and should it go to its previous all-time high, that would amount to 182,000. So the risk reward here is quite good. Of course, I mean, that it could be a little bit of, I haven't checked what's up with Gamify. I'm actually not really looking at the gaming platforms at the moment. I thought it was a good time to get in, but we can see that Gamify is currently trading at $6. So you would be able to pick it up 31% cheaper than what we re-entered. But I mean, it's $5,000 too. And of course, with that amount that we put into 5,000 also enables us to be in the highest category. So let me just see here. Moving on, what do we have? Gamify. Then of course, Filecoin, decentralized storage, right? Since we ended up 14%, still very low from their previous all-time highs. Synthetics has done us good, up 81%. Cross Network and Cross Shadow. I also said yesterday, I don't know if they are going to be the true market leaders of tomorrow, but I think they're doing great. We do need decentralized storage, and I mean, they are dirt cheap. Curve, you know how I love them. CeeLo, up 8% since we got in. 1 inch. I thought we got in at a beautiful price, right? At a beautiful price at 0.52 cent, but only up 1% since then. Singularity Net. AI, we gotta look more into this. I really think that 2023, 4, and 5 is all about artificial intelligence. And Kilt, we added that yesterday, as we told. Origin Trail. And we've been holding that since 1965. No, since 2021. And we got in at 31 cent, and it is now at 36 cent. Even though, so it is 17% higher. But for holding a coin for 2 years, basically the same. Centrifuge, IOTA, Algorand. I'm just gonna scroll down a little, so in case that, you know, I'm actually doing this just to share, but so if any of you want to, you know, really know the price we got in, then you just have to, I guess, press pause on the video, then you will be able to see at what price we got in and how much is down or up got in. That's it. Let's go and see in the chit chat if there's any questions, and if not, well, then we can just call it the night and we can all enjoy Saturday. I keep forgetting this, also this giveaway things. I don't even know if we have to see if Betty, she's around, if she can tell me, is it still on or are we picking a winner? Actually, let me just go and ask Betty, because perhaps maybe we're even choosing the winner right now. So enjoy the music for a second. That was wrong. I wanted to put this one on. We're actually gonna pick a winner. We're gonna pick a winner. So, so bear with me while I will get up our, you know, King Sumo, and then we can find the lucky winner. That's always in exciting times. So let me see here. I need to find it, and of course we all. This is also important. I mean, we are doing all this in line with the YouTube rules, and everything is very proper. So there's no hanky-panky. It's not like it's an inside job who's gonna win. Yeah. So here we go. Oh yeah. I can see we got, and yeah. So let me take you here too. Gonna take a while here just to get it up here. So we can then here, you can see we got this one ready to award, and we got 2,129 entries. Thank you. Let's press this button here and let's see what's gonna happen. Ta-da! And the lucky winner is always some funny names. It's Zach. No, it's not so. Zach New 1990. Congratulations, brother! You just won 50 BUSD. And if you're here, if you send us the quicker you send us your wallet, the quicker you will be rewarded. So that's it, guys. No, I do need to have a little chit chat, and we will wait for Zach. Probably from America, Zach, right? I had a good friend called Zach. I went to middle school. Yes. I want to take some questions in case there are any. That's it. The t-shirt looks great. Thank you. Now, I think when I stand like that, it looks like I'm a little fat here, huh? T-shirt. Oh. Betty, she said I needed something light. But I like the black more because it makes me look slimmer. So let's just see. We have 12 people watching. So what do you say? Pretty high. Anyway, Crypto Millionaire, how you doing? Good to see you. Marshall. Crust, I best buy alongside Stratos. Stratos is a coin that we don't have, so I guess we need to look at it. What do you say, Bryant? Sneaker ever talked about Sora? Yes. We have talked about Sora, and if I remember correctly, it's a polka dot, right? Isn't it aligned with Sora? Let me just check. Let's just look at it. And let me know why it would interest me why you specifically ask about Sora. Yeah, of course, Sora, we have spoken about it. It's a beautiful dot. It's a smaller dot, right? But 8. And what is... Let's go 1 second. We can... So, if... let's go in... I think we even did a video on Sora. And yeah, I always like to keep it simple. Like, for example, if we go into Parachain's info, right, and you can see if this is the one you're referring to. It's a DeFi protocol, and I mean, just very briefly, I could be wrong, right? It's a DeFi coin, but you can see that they only have one investor, only have one partner, and I especially now, when I just look at this, we have way too many DeFi protocols. I mean, that's a fact, right? There's way too many DeFi protocols, and they're obviously not all going to survive. It's even also 2 days ago we were talking about the banking industry, right? And if we saw 30,000 banks in the United States in 1930, and today we got 1,000 left, and this will be the same trend we're going to see here. So that is why I really have only truly believe in the top DeFi protocols, and you know who they are, right? Compound, Aave, Maker, Synthetics, of course Ethereum. So I would not myself, I would find Sora as a risky perhaps risk reward ratio is perhaps very good, right? High risk and very high returns, but yeah, that's why. So but let me know why you love it so much. So Affinity, Richard, yeah, Affinity, I always get confused with is Affinity, is that with the internet computer? I think it is, right? Affinity, is it the internet computer, or is it sometimes with the names I'm not always no, that's different. Affinity is not this internet computer. Now, Affinity I think is great. I love it, and especially for the fact that they are working together with Engine, right? So actually, Affinity I think has huge potential. I love Engine, and that's also another coin that we are holding and we're not talking about because we got it in 2019. But no, Affinity is good because I do believe that Engine is going to play a huge role when it comes to gaming and NFTs globally in the Polkadot ecosystem on Ethereum. And Affinity is obviously just basically the is Engine within the Polkadot ecosystem. A great coin. I also have to look more into. Also remember, I mean, we are continuously seeing new protocols and new coins. And there's one thing that I do want to point out that I think is very, very important. You see, we call it the third cycle, right? But as we're going to see money flow in to the cryptocurrency space, first we're going to see the money go into the top blue blue chips, right? Like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, you know, all the big ones. And then after that, once investors have made lots of profits there, then it will kind of dribble down to the, let's say, more risky coins. And that's where I probably also see the gaming coins, right? And chilies and social media, but still top quality, because engine is top quality. And once we have seen that, that's when we're going to get the meme coins. And we're going to have lots of fun with the meme coins too. I don't know if that was a good answer. Let me just see plenty of notes when I watch it. So the thought is that with upcoming, Sora will be a beneficiary. Okay. When it comes to the CBDC, everyone, you see, I don't know. I wouldn't be able to answer you with Sora and CBDC. CBDC is just going to be. That's also why I think we're seeing many more banks, you know, being eliminated or being bought up. You see, even when a big bank like the Silicon Valley Bank or Credit Suisse, when they're gonna be bought up by some of the other big banks, or even if they are gonna, you know, go bankrupt, it's a continuation of what we've seen the past 100 years, and that is we are seeing a consolidation in the banking scene. We're seeing more and more banks going bankrupt, and we will see ultimately which leads us to a monopoly. And I think that, you know, many DeFi protocols, you know, as long as they will be in line with the new regulations of being able to, you know, deal with the CBDC, then they probably. But I will have to look into that. If you got something, Brian, then share it with us in the Telegram channel. Blockchain bully. Of course, you're right. I mean, energy web token. God damn it! That's just, I can't praise it enough. I mean, energy web token, I don't even know why we don't have it here. Because, yeah, we're just, I don't even know. Because I do speak about it, and we are staking all our coins there. There's just simply too many coins. And we didn't speak about energy web token today. But energy web token is going to basically be the conglomerate of, and the bottleneck for everything that has to do with energy on the blockchain. I mean, it's yeah. Blockchain bully, he's challenging his luck. I don't know if that's a good thing, brother. But expecting, I mean, you see, this is where we gotta be careful, right? Because we cannot be greedy in both ways, right? It's like when we were up here at 60, we were hoping it was gonna go to 100. When Bitcoin was down at 15, we were still hoping it was gonna go down to 12. But remember, you have to look at, I mean, we will never be able to really sell up here, and we will never be able to sell down here. So we got to average in. I hope you have, right? Derek, he likes Affinity. Yeah, of course, Affinity. That is really, and I also know, as the industry, as it's growing, I also need more insight and help from you guys, because I honestly don't know shit about crypto, right? And when, I mean, you forget some, and is so, yeah, thank you for sharing. Okay, guys, Moonbeam, of course. Moonbeam, I don't talk so much about the Polkadot coins when we do cryptocurrency portfolio, because Polkadot has its own, you know, stream here. Moonbeam is one of our, I mean, within the Polkadot ecosystem, our core holdings are Polkadot, Moonbeam, a Star, Centrifuge. You know, maybe I forgot some. Yeah, but certainly Moonbeam, right? Moonbeam, a Star, Polkadot. So let me just see. Did I? I think that's it, right? Okay, guys, I love you. Have a great Saturday. And remember, well, it almost seems like we don't need to do a stream tomorrow, right? Because the only thing we like to do on Sundays is to see if we're going to close below the 7-day moving average. And it certainly doesn't look like we are. I love you so much. I'll see you soon. And remember, we are lions, but we have the heart of an eagle.
When the eagle spreads its wings, it's something to behold. It's something to behold. Nearly 9 feet from tip to tip, when it spreads its wings, it was built for high places. It was built to soar. I think you would say meters, about 3 meters. It was built to soar, to fly. It was built to withstand storms, so that when the storm comes and other birds run for shelter, the eagle runs into the storm and uses the storm to lift it up so that it can fly above the storm. You know you're an eagle when you ran into a storm that you thought was going to kill you, and instead of it killing you, it lifted you higher than you've ever been lifted before. It's a sure sign you're an eagle. Can you hear me tonight? Spread those wings and it begins to fly. It can see several miles. Even in the night, it can see its prey and its opponent. Eagles are awesome birds. The eagle knows that he ain't hooked up with no chicken, because this old chicken can't get up in the air that high. It might think the eagle is pretty cute, but it can't get up there where the eagles fly, because its body is fat and its wings are too short, and it can only flap up a little ways and fall back down again. And some of you have got a lot of eagles that are trying, you are eagles and you've got a lot of chickens that are trying to flap up there and get where you are. But God will take you to a place where you can only hook up with other eagles, and eagles are, oh, do you hear what I'm saying to you? So don't be frustrated when you see the chickens flapping up and falling down, because at this stage in your life, it's time for you to be synergistic with other eagles. Eagles love on another level. Eagles live on another level. Eagles think on another level. Eagles function on another level. Eagles dream on another level. Eagles build on another level. Glory to God. If you had somebody reject you, leave you, walk out the door, stop crying about it. It was just a chicken. What you need is another eagle with wings and dreams and visions and concepts and ideas, who's not jealous of you, who's not intimidated by you, who's not fighting you. You know that it's an eagle when they're not jealous of you. You know it's another eagle when they can think thoughts like you think. You know it's another eagle when they can pray for you and help you to get to the next level. It's only the chickens that are down on the ground talking about everybody. Wonder how much further you would be if you would focus on being centered rather than expending your energy trying to change chickens.